Hey everybody, my name is AceFangirl, and welcome back to another episode of Long Live the Queen. I literally almost said Danganronpa. This is clearly not Danganronpa. This is Long Live the Queen. I have good news. I think, I'm like 90% sure this time, figured out what was causing those audio problems, so they shouldn't happen again. Which was a bummer, because last time you missed all my witty commentary about the stupid ways that we died. And guess what? We may have more deaths in this episode, but we may also have the end of our first route. So that should be fun. Let's see what happens. If you remember, this week we are beginning, well, we're beginning with class, of course, but we're having a tournament this week, which sounds super fun because Elodie thinks the people need something to be happy about. You know, it's cool. So this is week 33, so we want to study, and it doesn't matter actually because we are going to be reloading here. I will just be honest about that. We're going to be studying world history, just a little bit. Just in case, again, you know, could possibly run into a problem. Perfection. And we got a bonus for that because of yielding, and we got a new outfit because we have hit however many points required in history. This is the week of the general tournament. Nobles and commoners alike have turned out to compete against each other. The people will be pleased if you participate in their games, however, it would expose you to danger. What event do you wish to take part in? Well, we're obviously, because we are literal archery gods, gonna be a part of archery. You make your way to the archery field. Round after round, your arrows fly smoothly towards their target. You don't win in the end, but you're— what, excuse me? I'm the queen. Well, I will be the queen. I'm just a princess right now. You didn't let me win? But you were ranked within the top 10, which is highly respectable. All the winners are announced and displayed to great cheers. As near queen, you place flower garlands around their necks. All of a sudden, a man approaches the winner's platform. It's Kavan, the Earl of Io. In one hand, he carries an armored gauntlet, in the other, a sword. My family's blood is on your hands. Who is this man? What is he talking about? He casts the metal glove to the ground with a clatter and raises his sword, pointing it at you. I challenge you, Elodie, a life for a life. He's challenging you to a duel? A test, wield magic, failed. Well, obviously we have to accept. Duh. Very well, I will meet your challenge. As the challenged party, you have the choice of weapons. We are gonna— well, for some reason, I mean, I don't know how much we've trained in swords, we're gonna choose staves. I choose staves. I would prefer not to kill you, but I will defend myself. He snarls at you, and you can almost see foam escaping the curl of his lip, and he allows the attendants to replace his sword with a marginally less lethal weapon. The crowd roars with excitement as you take up positions across from each other. His first strike nearly knocks you off your feet. He's larger, heavier, and his rage fills him with great strength. This may have been a miscalculation. The quarterstaff looks like a simple weapon to wield, but handling it in a combat situation against someone who is truly trying to kill you is another matter entirely. The last thing you feel is a blinding pain in your head. And we're dead. Super dead. Oh no. Okay, also I said this in the editing comments of the last episode, but I think this is the death music from Hatoful Boyfriend, and that makes me happy. I thought. It sounded familiar. But don't worry. You know why that happened? It's because we didn't study polearms on this one week in particular. So we're gonna do that. We are back in week 30. And we're gonna actually choose to study polearms twice. To, I think, probably max out our polearm skill. Oh, we're on week 30. Is that what I said? I think that's what I said. Yes. Now everything else is gonna be kind of the same, so I'll skip through it a little bit fast. Because we have already seen it, and nothing is going to change. We're doing actually literally the exact same things. And here we are again, back where we started this episode, already. So let's just do that world history like we were gonna. Perfect. Wait, this isn't where— yeah, never mind. Yes, it is. I'm stupid. Alright, we're good. Alright, and now, the tournament. We're still gonna do archery because that's what we're best at. We're still gonna accept his challenge. We are still gonna pick staves. And hopefully, now that we've put 2 more sessions into polearms, we won't die. Let's see, this is where it changed. You exchange blows for a time, which seems to go on forever, but it's probably only minutes to outside observers. At last, you managed a particularly tricky move. Oh, we needed pole arms and flexibility there. To entangle his legs and knock him onto his back. You jabbed the end of your staff at his chin, making it clear that you could have crushed his throat. Yield. Death first. His fingers twitch. He may be about to bring his weapon up again. We're not gonna hit him. Now we have our lovely presence and public speaking test, which is probably why we wanted to keep this outfit on. You fought for your family. Your honor is satisfied. If you breach the rules of chivalry now, it'll be you who dishonors them. Yield. You hold your hand out to him and wait. After a moment, he allows you to help him to his feet. The applause of the crowd is deafening. After the tournament, a minor tragedy is revealed. Oh no. One of the stewards had apparently had an incredible sweet tooth and dared to steal a piece of your recently received chocolate. He had a sweet tooth. The chocolates were poisoned! When you ask questions, it turns out the merchant house who supposedly sent you this present never existed. Someone has tried to kill you, but you don't know who. Well, joke's on them, because it may have worked one time, but not in this timeline. We are going to attend service this week. Alright, perfect. And now it is a week. Oh, we have our new outfit. Let's just look at it. We don't want to put it on, but... Oh, that's adorable! I love it! But no, tea-dress. Tea-dress for the win. Actually only for one more week, so... and then we're gonna be changing our outfit again. We are gonna do... Is it agility? No. Is it athletics? Yes. Climbing. And, world history still. You might need to know. Who knows? We didn't get a bonus to that, though. We do get a bonus to world history, which is good. Perfect. My lady, your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent. Fine, I'm coming. You find your father standing over a map of the coastline, his face grave. Uh-oh. Ships have been sighted on approach from how did I decide I was pronouncing that? Shangia? Yeah. Not trade ships. This is a war fleet. I've been expecting something like that. Within a week, they'll be in Novan waters. Within 2, they could reach the capital. Then we will fight to defend ourselves. You can try to use the treasury funds to hire additional soldiers, but it may be difficult on short notice. We're going to recruit soldiers. Fine, we'll do that. You'll need to draw up naval strategy for our ships to carry out. You could choose to act as admiral and lead the fleet in person, but the danger to you would be very great. Unless you think your personal skills will make the difference, I would strongly advise against it. Well, guess what? I trained in naval strategy. Let's do it. The risk is mine to take. You have your mother's heart. Thanks, Dad. Do your best and Nova will survive. So because we decided to recruit so many soldiers this week, let's tour the barracks. Oh, this is nice music. You're impressed by the discipline of the Novan troops, for the responsibility for their lives weighs heavily on your shoulders. I mean, yeah, a little bit. There are approximately... Oh, this is how we can see how many soldiers we have. There are 12 battalions, 1 company, and 1 platoon under your direct command. Your newest ships of the line are undergoing final checkout. Perfect! Awesome. Okay, we are actually going to change our outfit. But we're going to change our outfit back to our exercise gear to boost our athletics, just in case. We are going to do world history and decoration, because that's important. I mean, you know, we're just going to war. We're leading the Navy. We may need to know how to decorate. It's a thing. The nature of beauty. Awesome. Oh god, time for fighting. Danger on the high seas. Ships close in on each other, angling into range. You clamber up the... Thank god we just studied climbing. You clamber up into the rigging to take a position in the crow's nest where you can watch the enemy's movements with a spyglass and shout out any necessary changes in the plan. The Stangians outnumber you slightly, but it could all come down to strategy. The eventual outcome, wield magic failed, is a hard-fought victory. You've repelled the invasion fleet, driving the survivors back across the sea. You and your sailors are heroes, and Nova is safe once more. Hell yeah! And actually, we can do whatever the hell we want. Oh, this music's nice, too. Let's do, We haven't done Visit the Tomb yet, so let's do it. You pay your respects to your mother's tomb and wonder if the same fate is waiting for you. Thanks. Yep, awesome. I'm so happy! Oh, look, she's so happy that we did such a good job. We saved the world, or at least our country. Alright, but we're gonna keep studying decoration. I mean, who needs war strategy anymore? We're done with that. Let's study decoration. Theory of color. No, not color theory. We've obtained a number of Shanjian prisoners who have survived the naval battle. A few are from wealthy families and can be ransomed, but most are common sailors and soldiers. What do you intend to do with them? Shanji is a rich and powerful domain. They may be willing to pay ransom even for common citizens. But they did attack us, and giving them their soldiers back makes them stronger. Okay, so here's where this choice actually matters. So if you're going for Alice, you'll need to choose either ransom the rich, execute the poor, or execute them all. In order to get Alice, you have to do that. Because we're going for Bryn, the only thing that's going to matter if based on this choice is flavor text at the end, so I can do whatever I want. So, because I like money, I'm going to ransom them all. Shanjia can afford to pay for their sailors as well as their captains. Ask for ransom for all of them. Those with fewer skills may be worth less, but they're not worthless. Oh, that was nice. You know, considering that we're ransoming a ton of people, that was a surprisingly nice thing to say. Very well. Thanks, Dad. And we can also do anything this week, so let's just work in a circle. Yuck. Gross. Oh no, we changed mood. From here? Okay. So now that we're getting close to the end, so we can study whatever we want. We are good. So let's see what we'll get bonuses in. Might as well. We'll get bonuses to agility and faith. So let's just do some agility training. I think that this is a magicless run. We are not doing magic. I don't even know if we can, because we never talked to Juliana, the Duchess of Ursel. So let's study dance. Yeah, dance. I mean, we only failed that dance check like forever ago, so we should learn how to dance probably. Also, we're gonna have like a fancy birthday party. Oh, wait. Now that the issue of the prisoners has been dealt with, an enormous festival is held all over Lamsi Island to celebrate your victory over Shanjia. People are hanging your portrait outside their homes and decorating it with flowers like a shrine. Everyone loves you. Hell yeah. We are so cool. Let's attend court. Still super happy. Okay. So let's see. I'm just making sure we don't need to make a save here. No, we're good. Okay. Let's do reflexes this time. I want to see if we can get the agility outfit just to see what it looks like. I don't know if we can, because we're now cheerful, so I should have actually done something else. Oh, we can now play sports on weekends. Isn't that exciting? Time has slipped by you so quickly. Only 2 weeks remain before your birthday celebration, and your official coronation as queen. Have you done enough to build a stable nova? It is traditional for the palace to provide entertainment and refreshment for the common people when a new monarch is crowned. It's a rare opportunity for the poor of the land to dine like nobles. The size and scope of any such feast depends on what expense the royal treasury is willing to bear. So anything but a small feast will get another epilogue pane, so I'm just gonna choose actually, you know what? I ransomed all those people. I'm gonna assume that the ransom came through, so I'm gonna pay for an extravagant feast. Roasted meats, cakes, chocolate, wine, enough for everyone. And I can give out commemorative cups and coins. Hell yeah. It's a party. We can do anything, so let's walk the gardens. We're gonna be so cheerful for our birthday. Okay, so we can make a save here. No, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Save here. And yeah. Okay, perfect. Because we can get some different epilogues depending on what we choose in this upcoming week, I think. So, it still doesn't matter what we study or do. But, so let's do, oh wait, we should see our new outfit. Where is... Ah! Adorable! Look at our little dancer outfit! But I'm gonna change back to our exercise gear because that's what I'm supposed to wear, just in case. I don't think it matters at this point, but let's train with some let's train with horses. Sure. Horses. That seems useful. Perfect. Alright. The castle is buzzing with preparations for your upcoming coronation. Ministers press you for details for your favorite colors and flowers and so on. You're happy to collaborate. Oh, thank God we studied decoration, am I right? To collaborate with the designers to ensure you are shown off to the best possible effect. You are still so young, after all. Good design will help you a lot in making you look like a queen. Others are more interested in the subject of your marriage. Whomever you decide to marry will be elevated to the highest ranks of the nobility, which could mean a major shift in the balance of power. Therefore, everyone is talking about the top candidates, even though you're under no obligation to marry so young. Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, is one option. Certainly he expressed interest in marrying you earlier. Your union would bring stronger ties to the domain of Talas and improve the situation among the Eloth border. Then there's Banyan, the Duke of Marie, a powerful and eligible noble only about 10 years older than you. Banyan's sister Bryn, the Duchess of Hellas, is urged to consider her brother as an option, suggesting that as your sister-in-law she'd be able to see you more often, wink wink, nudge nudge. There's Kavan, the Earl of Io. Although he's only an earl, his family connections could make him politically useful. However, he may still be bearing a grudge from the duel you fought. There's little Adair, the eventual Duke of Eloth, although at 12, he's only a child. At least he's almost old enough to understand the concept of romance. Some people think you ought to marry Gwenelle's half-brother Ansiet, who hasn't even turned 9 yet. There are 2 or 3 minor earls around the age of 20 who might be passable alternatives, and of course you could decide to ignore noble traditions entirely and marry a commoner, if you were prepared to deal with the uproar. While you will need to marry eventually, you're still very young. You could put this decision off until later. However, a clear succession contributes to the stability of your domain. Are you leaning towards any option? So we can choose anyone. So, what you want to do to get Bryn, which is what I want to do, is choose no one. But, a few different epilogues, we can get, if we marry Kavan after beating him in a duel, it's funny. Also, Banyan, is different. So we're gonna start with Kavan, but perhaps in the future. And we'll see what happens in the epilogue. And we can do anything. So let's play with this. And this is the last week. This is the last week, so we can study anything. So let's play with dogs. Definitely. At this time last year, celebrating your 14th birthday, you were in the school garden surrounded by your friends. A teacher brought you tea and cakes while a wealthy merchant's son wove a crown of flowers for your head. It didn't matter so much that you were a princess then. Your title was something for the future. Many of your peers would be duchesses or earls or the like, but someday, but not then. You were children. Your parents could not attend on the actual day, but they did send wonderful gifts, some for you and some for you to share. About a week later they came to visit, and your mother took you with her through the countryside in a splendid carriage. It was the last time you'd ever see her. You wonder if, wherever she is, she can see you now. You're 15 years old, a legal adult. You've worked and studied and suffered and prepared, and now the time has come. We are queen. You kneel before the priestess, barely hearing her words as she recites the blessings. She calls upon the gods to deliver peace, wisdom, and prosperity to you, and through you to all of Nova. And then she calls upon you for your oath of rulership. Will you guide and govern and protect your people to the best of your ability according to law and custom? I will. This sounds like we're getting married. Will you, to the best of your power, uphold the ideals of love, honor, justice, and mercy? I will. Lords and ladies assembled, I present to you your undoubted queen, who has sworn to you her loyalty. You who have come to give homage, will you do the same? One at a time, the head of each duchy approaches your throne and kneels to swear his or her service to you and your heirs. People of Nova, I give you Elodie, daughter of Fidelia, your true sovereign. What say you all? Yay, and then they're cheering for us! Thank you, I will! Heart. Alright, so here's our epilogue. After the coronation, in a private ceremony with the High Priestess, Elodie was officially offered her mother's lumen crystal. That light and power became a part of her, a tradition that had been passed down for hundreds of years. Once his daughter was secure on her throne, Jocelyn returned to his birthplace to focus on his duties as Duke of Caloris. He soon became engaged to the Countess Siren. Ew, gross, Dad. But he just ditched me. Bye, Dad. The subject of magic and lumens remained a slightly uncomfortable one for the citizens of Nova. Perfectly fine for the queen, who had inherited it by divine right, but not something that other people should be aspiring towards. Look at all the terrible things that happened when that power fell into the wrong hands. And as an openly acknowledged lumen, Juliana, Duchess of Ursel, was met with public suspicion whenever she journeyed outside of her duchy. At times, that suspicion was accompanied with thrown vegetables. It did not matter that Elodie supported her fully as a matter of the noble court. That only led the commoners to whisper that Juliana was a bad influence on their queen. Juliana's perpetually unmarried state was even more worrying to those with wagging tongues. What if that influence rubbed off on the queen and left Nova with no heir? The loss of their fleet was a terrible setback for the Changia. However, as with the garden weed, if the root is not burned out completely, the infestation may return even worse than before. The king of Changia had somehow escaped either drowning or capture and returned to his homeland. I was like, where did the music go? To plot revenge against Nova. Elodie's choice to return all the Changian prisoners for ransom made it easier for Changia to restore their military to the level necessary to maintain order, but it would take many years before they could field a conquering horde. Hell yeah, I think we made the right call. Elodie proposed marriage to Kavan, the Earl of Io, and was accepted. However, the wedding festivities went awry when the groom suddenly attempted to skewer his royal bride. It was fortunate for Elodie that he insisted on denouncing her at such length that the royal guards were able to take him down without further casualties. After that, Elodie was in no hurry to marry anyone. Yikes! The invention of the printing press sparked the beginning of a new age of literacy and knowledge. No longer were books the sole preserve of the noble and wealthy. Now information and ideas could be easily passed from one place to another. As the birthplace of this invention, Nova was at the center of a storm of change. The new hospital, everything comes full circle. Funded by Queen Elodie, offered medical services to the common people, but more importantly, it allowed doctors and herbalists to come together and share information. Trading knowledge increased skill levels and made better care available to all. Even those specialists who catered directly to the elite were benefited by offering their services long enough to learn. That information could also be collected in books and sent around the world. Nova might not benefit directly, but thousands of lives be saved. Elodie's interest in military strategy led her to treat country management as something of a game that she intended to win. That meant building up Nova's strength to the point where no invader could ever threaten its sovereignty again. And thus Queen Elodie's legacy stretched into the future. So this last screen depends on what skill you got the highest overall. So because we had spent so much time with military strategy, we did that. So it could be different. And credits. Alright, but we're not done. We've got some more things to see. We are gonna load and do the same thing. We're gonna study, what do we do? I think we did the horses or something. It doesn't matter. And we're gonna choose to marry someone else. We are gonna choose to marry Banyan this time. Yes. And we're gonna do dogs, just because we can. Perfect. And, alright. Same. Different! Elodie proposed marriage to Banya, the Duke of Marine, and was accepted. His sister Bryn, the Duchess of Hellas, stood there as Elodie's attendant for their wedding. The three of them formed a close relationship and were often seen together. Nobles sometimes joked that the queen had married them both. Bryn's own marriage to an Ixionite lord was short-lived. As soon as she was delivered of an heir for the duchy, she dissolved the union. As her queen's command, she maintained cordial relations with her ex-husband and allowed him time with his son. And the rest is going to be the same, so that's that. And now we're going to do what we actually attempted to do, and marry Bryn. Maybe. Well, we're actually going to choose to marry no one, and we'll see how that goes. Yes, okay. Classes. We don't have to do this, I just like having horses. Horses. So we're gonna marry no one. You're in no hurry to get married. You have a country to run. Yeah, screw that. Who needs to get married? Gross. And yeah. Do dogs, and we'll see what happens now. Perfect. And we'll skip all this. Alright, same. Though she received many proposals, Queen Elodie did appear to have little interest in marriage. When she was not occupied with running the country, she spent much of her time with her companion Bryn, the Duchess of Hellas. Bryn's own marriage was short-lived and politely broken off as soon as a suitable heir had been delivered. Despite her lack of husband, Queen Elodie did produce an heir to the throne, a daughter. The child was acknowledged, the father never was. Ooh, mysterious. Okay, and I think there's one more thing that we'll do. What I'm gonna do is skip ahead. I'm gonna get the Alice ending as well. I'm gonna start in week... I made a save for it, I know I did. Here, this one. And I'm gonna cut back to the end, to the epilogue. But remember that one choice about what you do about the Shanjian military force actually matters. So you have to choose either ransom the rich, execute the poor, or execute them all in order to get the Alice ending. So I will catch up with you in a second after I finish all this. This is what happens if you give them to Alice. Would you like them? But the Duchess sent those flowers for you. I don't care about her. All right, my lady, I thank you for your good test cruelty success. Whoa, good. All right, and that's it. All right, I'll see you at the epilogue. Oh shoot, this is new. As you walk out of the room, you pass one of the maids who appears to be in some distress. Your Highness, Your Majesty. Is there a problem? No, my lady, I'm your loyal servant always. Good. Okay. Well, that was a thing. For the record, well, I'll let you see what I picked. I'm not gonna spoil it. Okay, we're back. I chose a few different things, so we're gonna see how that changes things. Oh. Okay, so actually, here's the thing. I read the guide wrong. The thing, actually says, if you choose a small feast, you do get another one, and it's this. Elodie's coronation day was scarred by tragedy. Rumors spread among the commoners that there was not enough food at the festivities for everyone, and a stampede broke out as each fought to be among the lucky few who would be fed. There was not enough soldiers on hand to maintain order, and a number of people were trampled to death in the chaos. While the loss of life was small, the bad feelings would linger for some time. Whoops, my bad. Okay, Dad left, still that. Yep. Elodie indulged in a number of relationships throughout her reign, but her most long-lasting was with her maidservant, Alice. The former baker's daughter was greatly envied for the fine wardrobe and glittering jewels gifted her by her royal mistress, especially the diamonds set into the silver collar that she was obliged to wear at all times. Ooh. Interesting. That's funny. Alright, that's it. That's the end. Alright, that's the end of our first run. I'm proud of us. We did it. We won. Next one. We're gonna be focusing on... Let me read the description for it. In this one, we wooed a commoner, at least sometimes, take an arrow to the gut, get poisoned, or clubbed to death, and fend off invaders without the help of magic. And in the next one, we're going to bond with a school friend, die 2 different ways from the same assassin, put into a vegetative state, blasted by magic, eaten by monsters, learn a terrible family secret, and go on a forest adventure. That's what we're gonna do in our next run of this game. I hope you're all excited. You probably all forget about it by the time we get to any of those plot points. At least I will. I can't wait. I'll see you then. Bye!